Dear audience, we proudly welcome you into audiobook session prepared by Color Grain's team. In these sessions, we deal with psychological topics in simple and straight way to catering the needs of students, teachers, and common public. We humbly request to point out any suggestions and comments on the content if required. Welcome to Color Grain's audiobook. Chapter 1. Introduction to Counselling. In today's fast-paced and ever-changing world, understanding psychology and counseling has become more important than ever before. We live in a time where stress, anxiety, emotional conflicts, relationship issues, and mental health challenges are part of everyday life for millions. Psychology helps us understand how the mind works, how we think, feel, and behave. It gives us the tools to understand ourselves and others better, to build healthier relationships, to communicate effectively, and to make more mindful decisions. Whether it's managing emotions, coping with loss, or overcoming trauma, psychological awareness empowers us to live with resilience and purpose. Counseling, on the other hand, is a powerful support system that offers a safe space for individuals to explore their thoughts, emotions, and struggles. It's not just for those with mental illnesses, but for anyone seeking clarity, healing, or growth in life. From students to professionals, from parents to partners, everyone, at some point, can benefit from the guidance of a counselor. In this audiobook, we journey through the core concepts of psychology, the process of counseling, and why both are essential in nurturing mental well-being and emotional balance in modern life. Let's begin this path of understanding, to heal, to grow, and to thrive. Welcome to this journey into the world of counseling. Counseling is a professional helping process where individuals receive support to explore thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It is not about giving advice or quick solutions, but about creating a safe, confidential space for people to understand themselves better and make informed choices. What is counseling? We have many definitions for counseling according to the approaches and perspectives. At first, see the general definition. Counseling is a professional, collaborative process that helps individuals explore their feelings, thoughts, and behaviors to better understand themselves and make positive changes in their lives. According to the British Association for Counselling and Psychotherapy, BACP, define counselling as follows. Counselling is the skilled and principled use of relationship to facilitate self-knowledge, emotional acceptance, and growth, and the optimal development of personal resources. A humanistic approach defines counseling as a confidential and supportive space where individuals can openly talk about their problems and challenges, with the aim of finding clarity, relief, and solutions through personal insight. In the educational setting perspective, counseling is a service that supports students in making academic, career, and personal decisions through guided conversations and problem-solving techniques. According to American Psychological Association, APA, counseling is a professional relationship that empowers diverse individuals, families, and groups to accomplish mental health, wellness, education, and career goals. At last, we have a simplified version of definition for general audience. Counseling means getting help from a trained person to talk through personal struggles and find better ways to cope, heal, or grow. Let's explore some of the most influential definitions of counseling by eminent psychologists. Carl Rogers, the pioneer of person-centered therapy, defined counseling as a helping relationship that is growth-promoting, where the counselor provides unconditional positive regard, empathy, and genuineness, creating an environment where the client feels free to explore and grow. Rogers emphasized empathy and the quality of the therapeutic relationship, making the client the center of the healing process. E.G. Williamson, a leader in directive counseling, stated, "Counseling is a process which takes place in a one-to-one relationship between an individual troubled by problems and a professional who aims to help him gain clarity and take action." Williamson's approach focused more on guidance, structure, and decision-making. Frank Parsons, known as the father of vocational guidance, described counseling as helping individuals to choose a vocation, prepare for it, and make progress in it. His definition laid the groundwork for career counseling, emphasizing the match between personal traits and job requirements. Hahn and MacLean defined counseling as a face-to-face relationship in which growth takes place through the expression of feelings and exploration of problems with the help of a trained professional. This definition highlights the emotional dimension of the counseling process. Wren, 1962, offered a broad view. Counseling is a dynamic and purposeful relationship between two people, in which the counselor assists the client to understand and resolve problems in their social or psychological lives. Wren's emphasis on purposeful interaction shows the goal-directed nature of counseling. Finally, Cormier and Hackney, 1993, said, "Counseling is a process in which a trained professional helps a client to understand and resolve personal, social, or psychological challenges through purposeful conversations." This practical and relational view is widely accepted in contemporary counseling education. Each of these definitions reflects a different angle of the counseling relationship. Some focus on guidance, others on emotional support, and some on personal development. Together, they form the foundation of what we understand today as effective, ethical, and empowering counseling. The history and development of counseling. Welcome to this exploration of the rich and transformative history of counseling, a journey that reveals how the art of helping others has evolved over centuries. From the earliest days of human civilization, people have sought support and guidance during times of distress. In ancient tribal societies, spiritual leaders, shamans, and elders played the role of counselors, offering wisdom, rituals, and healing words to those in emotional pain. Their guidance was deeply connected to culture, tradition, and spiritual beliefs. As civilizations advanced, philosophical thought began to shape ideas about the human mind and behavior. In ancient Greece, philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle pondered deeply on self-awareness, ethics, and personal growth. Socratic dialogue, for instance, was an early method of asking meaningful questions, a technique that resembles modern counseling conversations. Moving forward to the 19th and early 20th centuries, the field of psychology emerged as a science. This period marked a major shift. Thinkers like Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, introduced structured theories about the unconscious mind, dreams, and internal conflicts. His Talking Cure laid the foundation for psychotherapy, an approach that directly influenced the future of counseling. Around the same time, Carl Jung, Alfred Adler, and others expanded on Freud's ideas, adding spiritual, social, and goal-oriented dimensions to the helping process. Then came the humanistic movement, a revolutionary moment in counseling history. Carl Rogers, a central figure, introduced person-centered therapy, which emphasized empathy, unconditional positive regard, and the power of a supportive relationship. This approach shifted the focus from expert-driven solutions to client-led growth. It became the heartbeat of modern counseling practice. In the mid-20th century, counseling branched out beyond therapy rooms. It entered schools, career services, rehabilitation programs, and community settings. The world was beginning to recognize that counseling wasn't only for those in crisis, it was for anyone navigating change, confusion, or personal growth. Counseling also grew more inclusive. Cultural, gender, and socio-political factors began shaping practice. New modalities emerged, including cognitive behavioral therapy, family systems theory, existential counseling, and solution-focused therapy. Each added fresh tools and perspectives for understanding human behavior. Today, counseling is a respected and essential profession. It continues to evolve, integrating neuroscience, mindfulness, trauma-informed care, and digital technologies like online therapy and mental health apps. Despite its modern advancements, the core of counseling remains timeless. It is about listening, understanding, and walking alongside another person with compassion and care. This is the legacy of counseling, a field rooted in the past, growing in the present, and ever adapting for the future. Welcome to this session, The Components of Counseling. Counseling is not just a conversation, it's a structured, meaningful process. Let's explore the essential components that make counseling effective and transformative. 1. The counselor. At the core of the process is the counselor, a trained professional. Their role is to listen, guide, and support, without judgment. With empathy, respect, and professional ethics, the counselor creates a safe space for the client. 2. The counselee. Client. The client, or counselee, brings in their concerns, emotions, and experiences. They are the focus of the process, actively participating, exploring, and working toward personal growth or resolution. 3. The relationship. A strong counselor-client relationship is the foundation of successful counseling. It must be based on trust, confidentiality, mutual respect, and a genuine connection. This relationship is sometimes called the therapeutic alliance. 4. Communication. Counseling is built on open, honest, and active communication. Both verbal and nonverbal messages matter. Tone, body language, silence, all contribute to understanding the client's world. 5. The problem or issue. Every counseling process revolves around a problem, concern, or emotional challenge. It might be anxiety, relationship issues, trauma, identity confusion, or life transitions. Identifying and understanding the issue is a key part of the process. 6. The setting. A calm, quiet, and private environment is crucial. Whether in a clinic, online, or a school room, the setting must feel safe and confidential, allowing the client to speak freely. 7. The process. Counseling is not a one-time event. It is a systematic process involving assessment, goal setting, intervention or support, evaluation and closure. Each phase plays a role in the client's journey toward healing or growth. 8. Techniques and approaches. Depending on the issue and the client's needs, the counselor may use various methods, like CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, humanistic approaches, narrative therapy, or mindfulness techniques. 9. Confidentiality and ethics. Confidentiality isn't just a rule, it's the heart of counseling ethics. Clients must know that what they share will be protected, within ethical and legal boundaries. 10. Goals and outcomes. Every counseling journey is guided by clear, realistic goals. Whether it's coping better with stress, improving relationships, or gaining self-understanding, the outcome is not always a solution, but often a new perspective or personal strength. So, these are the essential components of counseling. Together, they create a path, a journey, where individuals find clarity, healing, and hope, one session at a time. Thank you for listening. The next topic is the characteristics of counseling. Welcome to this brief audio guide on the characteristics of counseling. Counseling is more than just talking. It's a structured, professional process aimed at helping individuals face challenges, explore emotions, and make positive changes in life. Let's explore the key characteristics that define counseling. 1. Therapeutic relationship. At the heart of counseling lies a warm, trusting relationship. The counselor offers empathy, honesty, and understanding, creating a safe space where the client feels heard and valued. 2. Confidentiality. What is shared in counseling stays in counseling. Confidentiality builds trust and ensures the client can express freely without fear of judgment or exposure. 3. Voluntary participation. Counseling is never forced. It works best when the individual willingly seeks help and commits to the process of change and growth. 4. Goal-oriented approach. Every counseling journey has a direction. Whether it's managing stress, improving relationships, or finding clarity, the counselor and client work together toward specific, meaningful goals. 5. A structured process. Counseling isn't random talking. It follows steps. From understanding the problem, setting goals, planning interventions, to eventually ending the sessions when the client feels empowered. 6. Active listening. The counselor doesn't just hear the words, they truly listen. With full attention, they reflect feelings and meanings, helping the client feel deeply understood. 7. Client-centered focus. The client is always at the center. Their experiences, feelings, and choices matter most. The counselor supports, never controls. 8. Problem-solving orientation counseling helps break down problems and explore solutions. With the counselor's guidance, clients develop new perspectives and coping strategies. 9. Non-judgmental attitude. No matter the issue, the counselor remains open-minded and accepting. The client is respected as they are, with compassion and without criticism. 10. Promotes self-awareness and growth through reflection and discussion. Clients gain insight into their thoughts and feelings. This self-awareness paves the way for emotional healing and personal development. 11. Ethics and professionalism. Counselors work with high standards. They follow ethical guidelines, maintain boundaries, and provide a respectful and safe environment. Thank you for listening. Counseling is not about giving advice. It's about empowering individuals to understand themselves better and move forward with strength and clarity. Who needs counseling? Counseling is not just for people with serious mental health issues. In fact, anyone who is going through emotional, psychological, or situational challenges can benefit from counseling. It is a supportive process meant to help people cope, heal, grow, and thrive. Here are some common groups and situations where counseling is needed. 1. Individuals facing emotional distress, feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or depressed, struggling with low self-esteem or self-worth, experiencing grief after a loss, dealing with trauma or past abuse. 2. People going through major life changes, divorce, separation, or relationship breakdown, career transitions, job loss, or retirement, moving to a new place or adjusting to a new environment, health crisis, disability, or chronic illness. 3. Children and adolescents, academic stress or learning difficulties, peer pressure and bullying, identity confusion and self-image issues, problems at home or emotional instability. 4. Couples and families, marital conflicts or lack of communication, parenting challenges, family dysfunction or conflicts among members, separation or blended family issues. 5. Individuals with mental health conditions, anxiety disorders, panic attacks, depression, bipolar disorder, addiction and substance abuse, eating disorders, OCD, PTSD. 6. Professionals and students under stress, burnout and work-life imbalance, exam anxiety and performance pressure, decision-making confusion, lack of motivation or direction. 7. Anyone seeking personal growth, improving communication and relationship skills, developing emotional intelligence, gaining self-awareness and clarity, working toward goals and life purpose. Counseling is for anyone who wants to feel better, think clearly, and live a more meaningful life. You don't have to be sick to seek help, just human. And sometimes, talking to a professional listener makes all the difference. Fields of counseling. Counseling extends into many areas of life. Let's explore some of the major fields. Educational counseling supports students with academic, career, and emotional concerns in school and college setting. Career counseling helps individuals make informed decisions about career paths based on skills, interests, and goals. Marriage and family counseling assists couples and families in improving communication and resolving conflicts. Mental health counseling deals with emotional issues like anxiety, depression, trauma, and grief. Rehabilitation counseling focuses on people recovering from physical, mental, or substance-related challenges. Crisis counseling provides immediate support in emergencies, such as after accidents, natural disasters, or personal loss. Online counseling, a growing field that offers flexibility and accessibility for people to receive help virtually. Each field requires specialized knowledge and techniques, but the core values remain the same: respect, empathy, and the belief in human potential. Counseling is a powerful tool for personal transformation. Whether you're a counselor, a counselee, or someone curious about mental wellness, understanding this process is the first step toward emotional well-being. In a world where stress and complexity are ever growing, counseling reminds us that it's okay to seek help, and that healing begins with a conversation. Thank you for listening the audiobook. Please comment, share and subscribe channel for more topics.